Alright. Hello, everybody. So, I don't really want to, retype everything out because I've had these typed up for a while, and that was before I just realized, hey, I can, record and type and stuff. So I've had all of this stuff typed up for a while now. And since I need more content, here you go. So today is an Experiment AU with ShinDeku. Woohoo, one of my favorite ships. This is a really old request, so yeah. So thanks to my lovely home tablet, I've lost 3 non-uploaded videos of work, which most of you know by now. These include Experiment AU, ShinDeku, Little Aoyama with CG Ida, and TNT Duo Angst, along with important announcements placed in each of the videos. And I have already made announcement videos, so that part is taken care of, and I've rewritten my Experiment AU, as you can see, and my Little Aoyama, but I don't really remember the full extent of the TNT Duo Angst, so I don't think that will ever be rewritten. Starting at the top with announcements, I'm going to take a break from Little Space videos. I'm starting to get burnt out and no longer have ideas for scenarios. If y'all could help, I'd appreciate that to the extreme, because I have no ideas for, toddler, adult, I don't have ideas anymore, y'all. I need help so much. Number 2, I've been in school for going on 3 months now, I think, or a little over 3 months. So I haven't really been uploading as much because I'm trying to focus on my school stuff and trying to keep on top of my grades and homework. And then once again, just me being lazy and having no ideas for videos. And this one is already passed. My birthday is October 15th, but I was hoping we could maybe hit 1.8k this year, and right now we're at 1,790 some, and I'm super grateful for all of you, and I'm so glad that we've gotten this far, so don't worry about that request. Thank you to Fantasy Right Cool for the suggestion. This is a really old request from when I first started the channel and didn't really have any ideas way back then, lol. I hope you enjoy. Trigger warning for syringes, needles, doctors, nurses, ambulance, and injections. Because once again, this is an Experiment AU, so that kind of stuff will be included. This is just part 1. I'm not sure if there's ever going to be another part. There might be. I just need some ideas, I guess. As Yuko's wings burned from where they touched the walls within the corner he sat, he was tired, not just physically but mentally and emotionally. Overhaul wouldn't stop doing experiments on him and pushing him to his limits, if not past them. So far, Izuku had 58 successful experiments out of them, all which in total was over 200. He had 2-tone eyes, wings, a tail, legs that looked like that of a deer's, and clawed fingers and toes. He also had many abilities to go with his new look, not that he hated his new look, minus his sharp claws. He hated them, but other than that, he was pretty okay. His abilities included foolproof hacking, increased strength, flight, healing towards others, as well as being able to make things appear out of thin air and making them disappear just as quickly. And his personal favorite, teleportation. These abilities added to his god ability as well, so if you're familiar with the DSMP, think of Dream XD, kind of like that. He has more of a god complex-ish. Or I'm trying to think of other fictional gods. Yeah, I don't know. That's the only one I can think of. He was a minor god, but a god nonetheless, so kind of like Hestia from the Greek mythology. He was the god of suffering and happiness all at once, and sometimes wished he could just magic himself out of his situation, but it was impossible due to the cage he was locked in that suppressed his abilities. As Yuka heard footsteps before he was actually aware of who it was, it took a moment, but he soon realized that it was Overhaul coming to do his daily experiments and tests. He felt the needle before he saw it, a gold serum being forced into his body as his head felt like it was splitting in two. Soft hisses of pain turning into large, loud growls, his words no longer human but scrambled and foreign to others, not just himself. So think of like Enderman speak. That's kind of what I'm referring to here. A double crisscross halo appeared around his head as his skin burned and welts appeared from where his tears made contact with it. Minecraft references, obviously. Dream XD and Enderman, as I mentioned before. As Yuka felt Overhaul pull the needle out, agonizing inch by inch, then he felt the other's eyes roam, working from head to toe. It worked! My god serum worked! Overhaul says, while writing down the results. Aizuki wanted nothing more than to swat the clipboard out of the man's hands and wring his neck, but he settled for merely smacking the clipboard out of his hands. Aizuki's hands barely made contact before Overhaul turned into a shadow, disappearing into nothing. He had a new ability. So, like, when Aizuki touched him, Overhaul literally, like, disappeared. Like, he turned into nothing but, like, dust, basically. And not even that. Days passed, no visits from Overhaul or his henchmen, and Aizuki was left on his own to fend for himself. No food, no water, just him in his small cell behind a glass plate. Aizuki paced the floor, waiting for any sign of life, but there was no stir in the environment, no sounds, no new scents or hallucinations induced by gas they often released into his cell. Aizuki sank down, knees curled up to his chest as his arms wrapped around them. He would die in here, all on his own. 1 day and 2 weeks later, Aizuki heard the soft thud. Heard the soft thud coming down the metal hallway. He gave the loudest roar he could muster, hoping that this person, or these people, would help him. He heard the footsteps grow closer as his body began to fail him, black appearing on the edges in center of his vision as he caught sight of a tall man dressed in comfortable-looking clothes, a gray scarf around his neck. He disabled the cage door and entered, kneeling down by Aizuki. "Can you tell me your name, kiddo?" Aizawa asked. "It's Aizuki." "Sorry, but I can't understand you. Would it be alright if I pick you up and we get you out of here?" Aizawa answers. Aizuki nods. Aizawa picks Aizuki up, carrying him out to the waiting ambulances, handing him off to the paramedics, watching as they drive away with the boy in the back of their vehicle. Over the next couple of months, Aizuki slowly regained his strength and body fat, learning sign language to communicate with others as they could not understand that he spoke Enderman and no longer English or Japanese like he was taught at home and at school, although he could still understand both perfectly well. On the day of his release, he sat outside on top of his small suitcase, waiting for his foster father to pick him up. He was already 2 hours late. They had told Aizuki the basics. The man was a hero with wings, and he was decently young but somewhat responsible. He knew basic sign language and could speak multiple languages. He was also known to be fashionably or overly late for things. Finally, 4 hours after the agreed pickup time, Aizuki caught sight of scarlet wings in the sky. That's the first glimpse that he caught of his adoptive father. The second was when he landed on the ground and he had a chance to get a better look at the man standing before him. He was a mid-average height for a man his age, early to mid-20s if Aizuki had to guess. Definitely popular based on the looks he was giving the landscape around him. Aizuki held out his hand to the older, offering a handshake. Hawks takes Aizuki's hand in his own, giving it a firm but gentle shake. "You're Aizuki then?" he asks. Aizuki nods, quickly pulling his hand away, still not entirely sure how to control his new ability. "You ready to go then? You ready to go, chick?" Hawks asks. So I kind of used the reference of like a baby bird. So since Aizuki is now Hawks' son, it's kind of like he's calling him baby bird, but not in that exact term. Aizuki slowly but surely nods. "Alright, follow me and keep up," Hawks answers. As he takes off into the sky, Aizuki quickly follows after Hawks. That's all for now, lovelies. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. A few quick things before I end the video. So, if you ever talk to me in comments, refer to me as Faye for right now. I'm going through like another name change kind of thing. Also, my pronouns are ze, them, and it, its. And that's all. Also, I prefer more masculine compliments. Not really feminine, although feminine ones are okay. They're just not my favorite. But androgynous ones are my favorite. I think that's all. So I love you all. Thank you so much for their support, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!